Yo, what's up? Happy New Year 2020. We're here. It's been a year since I started doing these videos, and I'm in the same place. I'm in Whistler again, which you probably got from like my last video, but anyways. And I'm working two jobs. I'm not working as a lifty this year. I'm working Whistler Connection shuttles, driving people from here to the airport. And I'm also working in the Four Seasons doing the shuttles. So last year when I was here working two jobs, just checking in month to month. Last year when I was working two jobs, I was really here grinding it out, pushing for money and income. And I came to a lot of little moments of enlightenment this year with my lifestyle, right? Which is why I make all these moves in the first place, for my lifestyle. And that's what I want my life to be about, my life, not my work, right? And that's why I made so many moves in my life. Like I was in Toronto, I moved out to the East Coast with CN Rail. I left CN, became a personal trainer because I wanted my time. I wanted to work for myself. Alright, I'm stopping here. My camera always falls. It's the funniest thing, the worst. But anyways, I'm at home now. I'm just gonna go make some food and then go eat. But basically what I wanted to talk about is, making all these moves. I moved to Toronto, I moved out east with the railroad. I quit that because I wanted my time. I loved the job, but it wasn't in line with my lifestyle. All this money that I was making there, but I couldn't use it to facilitate my lifestyle. I was working overnights on Tuesday, Wednesday. It was basically a lone wolf. That's how I started doing things on my own, first of all. But I had no social life, right? And something was missing. I think that's what the core of it all was. Like, I didn't know what was missing, but something was missing, and I knew that's why I wasn't meant to stay there, right? And then when I got into the personal training and stuff like that, same thing. I had a little bit more time. I got to explore the East Coast, but again, something was missing, right? So I went back to Toronto, and by that point, I knew that I wasn't going to be in Toronto. By that point, I knew that it was a stepping stone, right? And then the Camino, blah, 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 and then I got out here to the West Coast, right? And that's when, once I finally got out here, that's when those little videos started. Just little check-ins, and I want to continue that this year because I think it's really interesting, and I like the style of documenting. I like talking. I think there's so much going on in here, and I've realized in my life that the source of like my own anxiety sometimes, because I have so much energy inside of me, when I feel like I can't express it, I feel like I'm going to explode. That one little second, what I just said right now, took years to figure out within myself. Years to figure out. It's insane. You know, and like my mind, and I imagine so many other people's minds, are just so creative all the time, and they have like, I don't know, but from my end, as soon as I try and like keep myself quiet within myself and not express myself, things go nuts. And that sounds obvious to somebody, but it took me forever to figure that one out. And it hurt in the process. But anyways, I'm rambling, and I gotta go to work soon. So I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to jump from one thought to the next, but I'm going to try and keep it on point with what I want to do. Over the next month, I want to say over the next year, but I want to keep these monthly check-ins, right? But anyways, so I'm here, back in Whistler again. And what I said last month, basically I wanted to bump up and expand my notebooks and online and stuff like that, which I am. Like, within the last month, I basically doubled what I made last year, which is great. You know, it's a start, right? But it's still a double. Like, that's amazing for me, just to like have my mind in line with that and just line up my internet stuff, my e-commerce things, you know, like being more active in it, and to see that result is amazing, right? And it started here. I want to keep on with that. And then I have, you know, this journaling crash course. I might term it and pitch it as something else, because what came out is unique, right? So I'm going to call it Journaling Crash Course for now, but that name might change, and whatever the final product of it might be different in terms of what it's called. But I'm doing a ton of like editing and stuff like that. And I slowed down a lot, actually, which is what I needed. And last month, or the month before, or I can't remember, one of these last months, time flies out here, I said how I wanted to prioritize my sleeping, and I was getting up since the Camino. It was just grind. And last year I came at it like all work, no play. Well, I did play a lot, but it was all work, all play. But at the same time, I had it like I was sacrificing my sleep, right? Which is something that I came to terms with myself. So I had this thought in my mind that in order to be a hard worker, you have to sacrifice your sleep and you have to beat yourself up all the time. And yeah, it's great and sometimes it's necessary. And I got a lot of work done and a lot of great and good came from that. But at the same time, like if I'm going to prioritize my health, which is a big part of everyone's lives, but something that I highly prioritize for myself, obviously with my fitness and then, all the physical activity that I do, I definitely need to recover properly, right? So I've been sleeping in a little bit better. I've been actually not taking time off from the gym. I've been doing something every day physically, but I've dialed it back in a way that I'm able to recover a little bit better and sleep and rest a little bit more, right? Which is even more crucial for me at this point because out here in Whistler, there's a staff housing crisis. So like, I don't have a private room. I have a shared room for the next couple months with somebody. So balancing two people's schedule when we're on different time clocks, like for the lights on and I'm sleeping at midnight, because buddy's doing his thing, I respect that. But at the same time, it's not the ideal situation for my own rest and recovery and vice versa. Even him, like when he's sleeping and I'm doing my shit and I'm waking up in the morning and the lights are on, like I'm disruptive to him as well, right? So these are things that I understand are temporary, but it becomes even more crucial for my rest to be dialed in. Right. And it's tough. I'm having like a hard time, but I'm doing it though. But it is a little bit of a challenge for me, especially, I always want to like get up and do something and go. And the last thing I want to do is sleep, even when I'm freaking tired. Right. But anyways, for the month and the next little bit, what I want to do. So American Adventure. So, I applied to Backroads, which is what I said I wanted to do. I wanted to go work somewhere warm, and I wanted to go work in Europe as a guide, and I thought that would be great. But I was torn. I didn't want to leave American Adventures, and I did apply, did a whole video online thing, but I didn't get the job, right? So I'm kind of glad in a way, because it makes my option easy. Like before, I was like, oh, if I get the job, I'm kind of torn. What do I say? The American Adventure Group, blah blah. But I'm happy to be going back, to be honest, because that's been cut off, so the good comes with the bad, and it's like I can see good within that, like even though it was a closed door for me in that sense, right? So that's it. Like I applied to them. This is the second time I applied to them and I got denied. I'm not going to apply to them again, most likely. I never say never, but most likely I'm not going to apply there again, right? But yeah, I'm excited for the guiding season. I've been getting out. I've been snowboarding a crap ton. And I'm super excited for that. Like I haven't been running as much, but I have been up on the mountain like 3, 4, sometimes 5 days a week. And at the same time, like I've also been trying to get into the gym as much as possible, but I haven't been running much, which is something I do want to do more, but I can forgive myself for it because I am sweating and breathing and stuff like that on the mountain. And then obviously, like I just came from the gym now. Although I wanted to go on the mountain this morning, I thought it was a little better idea to go to the gym and do a little bit more rehabilitative, more balance style workout, to balance out my body and my muscles and feeling a little bit stiff just from, riding and moving in similar fashions like on the mountain, right? Like it's a little bit imbalanced. I'm talking a lot. I'm going in circles. But anyways, yeah, so moving on from that, I'm excited to go on and do the guiding over the next couple months. I do want to get away somewhere in between that at the end of the season. I'm not sure what that looks like yet. I don't know. I'm going to go somewhere. I'd like to go somewhere. I don't know what that looks like yet. But we'll see if I have more clarity on that next month. Anyways. Yeah, that's the other thing. So last year, I'm working 7 days a week right now. And last year I worked 7 days a week and I was like, yeah, I got to get that money, got to make money to dig myself out of my own debt. And if I'm prioritizing my lifestyle, what do I value in my life? You know what I mean? I can't sacrifice myself to that point if I still want to maintain a lifestyle, no matter how much debt I'm in. Like, it's not doing me any good to just slave away and kill myself freaking 7 days a week, just blah, blah, blah. And I'm still fitting a lot in terms of like my own happiness. And like, again, like I do enjoy the work that I'm doing. But even then, I need a day for myself to really focus on my things because other things have sacrifice, right? So what I've been doing with my online stuff, I've been just like working my day stuff, like my real day job. And then before bed, I'll be doing a couple, and every here and there, if I'm eating, like maybe like 20 minutes, I'll do a little bit of editing or whatever on my own personal stuff from literature, right? But I want to actually take a day off and devote that completely to myself. And even though it's going to be a hit financially, it doesn't matter, right? And that's where I'm coming at this month, is it doesn't freaking matter. Because at the point that if my vision is to prioritize myself and my business and, you know, the endeavors that I'm trying to do on the side in order to bring me an income and financial freedom and a passive style income, you know, where I kind of can step away and have more of my time, I need to be able to step away from the lure of, you know, money in the moment from a steady job, because that is being sacrificed the moment that I choose, you know, the Four Seasons, or the moment that I choose Whistler Connection over myself, right? Because then I start thinking that, oh, I'm getting this money from here, and as long as it keeps coming in, I can slack off from there, right? And then the energy that gets put in to that work on literature oftentimes is leftover energy. It's not much, right? You know what I mean? It's tainted. It's not good. You know, so like when I wasn't working, when I was walking the Camino, there was a ton of working energy that was able to go into that, and it showed, right? And maybe that's why, you know, all my stuff doubled in terms of like the last year, over the last little month, in terms of sales, right? But yeah, that's important. So prioritize myself. That's it. You know, last year was work, 7 days grind, no work, do stuff, yeah, but all work, all play, no rest. Rest is overrated. I still believe that, because I'm fully capable of doing anything, no matter how freaking tired and how whatever I am. But I want to prioritize my rest and recovery for my own health. And on top of that, I want to prioritize a day of rest solely, not rest for, you know, me, but a day of rest from work, day jobs, to work on myself fully on that day, right? And that's important. So I guess that's it. Yeah. These videos have been getting pretty long, and I kind of like this style of vlogging. I started this, I don't know. I also like just talking, so I want to do a little bit more talking on literature, just like this, like random moments of grace that I have, or inspiration, or whatever, just thoughts, and just put it up on literature. I'm going to start doing that. With the whole social media game, I'm trying, I mean, I don't have much game anyways. Like, I don't have that many followers, but I mean, it's a, you know, in terms of like business and awareness, it's like a staple. It's a designated path for you to take in order for a successful business. But I don't care, man. When there's a will, there's a way. There's a way to make a, you know, there's a way for me to attain my vision without like going through the bullshit and the freaking inauthenticity of like social media. Like Instagram is like my platforms, I guess. I don't do much on Facebook, and all the Facebook stuff that I put on is all the Instagram stuff. But like, I was trying to like force content on there, and it's just like coming out skewed messages, and it's just like, fuck. What I want to come out, I want it to be genuine, you know, and whatever I share. So I don't want to like try and like schedule a routine for posts and stuff like that. I felt pressured to just like make all these posts, you know, in order to like grab attention for my business and the side stuff, you know, what I'm trying to do there. And I'm just going to be a little bit more intuitive with it, and whatever comes out, as it comes out, when it comes out. And if I need to take a break, I'm going to take a break, because social media, you know, it's good, but it's like not good. It's more, like it's a terrible energy zap. And a lot of the messages on there are just, I don't know. I don't want to be like every other message on there. I'm sure most people have that, you know, they have authentic intentions, but I want to also be able to practice my authentic intentions without, you know, selling out in a way to just to like try and force sales for $1 or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. I firmly believe that. Again, I wrote that in my post about what the meaning of life is work. You know, whether I'm in rags or in riches, I'm destined for work anyways, just to sum that up, right? So I think integrity is more important. So whatever that means to you, I know what it means to me. So I'm going to keep practicing that and keep as steady of a path to my vision as I feel. And I'm just going to keep using my gut and keep going with the flow. And I'm excited to see what comes next month. It's January 6th. It's 2 days short of my last message last year, which wasn't much of a message. It's a way more involved message. I'm at 15 minutes now. I'm just regurgitating or spewing out words right now. But yeah. All right. If I had a bow tie, I'd fluff it. All right, well, Happy New Year. Hope you're doing something for yourself. Whoever the hell is watching these. I don't know who the hell my audience is, but if you're watching this, don't pack your New Year's resolutions in 2 weeks and give up. Every day is a new day to do something great. Do something great that's in line with the visions of your life and your wants. And if you don't know what that is, figure out what you don't want, because that's a great start. And then use that as a tool to guide you towards what you do want and what you want to do, and do things for the right reasons, right? You have more time than you think. I used to fight time so much, and I don't even count the freaking days. I don't know what day it is, and I love that feeling. I mean, I do know what day it is, but really I don't. The label of the day, what day it's Monday, is just so much more insignificant than what it used to be to me, and the time and all that. And your life is just going. Don't try and fit it in the box of today and tomorrow. Just understand that you're in the moment of the day today, even though I'm like using these terms myself. It gets a little confusing and crazy. But what I'm trying to say, own today and do something that lines you up and that's good for you and that's going to make you grow. And then tomorrow, just do it all over again. And the next day, just do it all over again. And then just keep doing it over again, day in and day out, until you die. All right? Set short-term goals, great. But, do something every day. And that way you don't feel pressured to achieve something monumental in the 2 weeks of the new year. And then you get beat up and quit because you didn't achieve it in 2 weeks, and then you just give up, and then you just go back to this old routine and rut. Just go day by day, in line with your vision, and eventually, as long as you keep thinking about it and keep your vision in mind, and you do something along those lines every day, in line with your vision, you'll get there, and don't be too pressured about time. Yeah. Hope that message helps somebody, whoever that is. Anyways, I'm gonna go make some food. I've been like killing these stews lately, man. Ginger, tomato, squash, tomato, avocado, not in the stew. That's just on the side. But the ginger potato, sweet potato, squash. Put some chicken in there, salt, no pepper because I don't have any. Some mustard, not in the soup. But yeah, it's been good. All right. More vegetables. What else can I name? Peanut butter, banana, blueberry. Something. All right. Catch you.